Path Coffee says it's the best. Angry Bob.
Snotty Scotty.
Might be onto something.
Well, 17 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. So I'm drinking for the first time Warpath coffee here tonight. The Fran was nice enough to bring in whatever the hell it was we needed to be able to do whatever the hell it was we needed to do to get it. And we've done all of that. I have no idea what we did.
Nice.
But I know whatever it was good enough to get me a cup of the, what's this called? Decoy decaf, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll tell you this, it's damn good.
You're on a warpath every night. What's the difference?
No, I'm not. Don't feed into what people already think that I'm always in a. I'm not.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're in a great mood tonight.
I'm in a great mood every night. Get it straight, Delgado.
Wow.
Right, you can tell.
I wonder who tells people you're not in a good mood when he travels on the road to do comedy in places like Wheeling, West Virginia. I don't know who that could be.
That's what you're telling people?
No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not. Bastard. Anyways,
such positivity here tonight. I love
18
it.
past the hour. We got a lot to do, so let's stop wasting time here. Delgado kicks us off with news, but by the way, Warpath this is really good. The decaf is excellent.
Oh
so
my God,
thank you, Fran, for doing whatever you did to make this happen. So
I'll have to try it now.
Oh my goodness.
what was it? Oh, coffee filters. That sounds important. So, all right, Delgado's got main headlines. What's going on?
Well, do you want me to start with the Trump primetime speech, since you kind of alluded to that?
Well, that's not when it's in the rundown.
Okay, well, then I'll stick to my
See,
story.
I was in a good mood, and now...
Well, you're sitting there, you're teasing people with
gonna
a
be an
story, and you can't tease them and not deliver the story, Damon. I know how this
All right,
works.
let's do the Trump Thursday night. We'll toss it around to all the guys.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. Let's toss this around.
Thank you.
Go.
President Trump to give primetime speech this Thursday. Nice. Questions are what to expect. As President Trump announced yesterday, he's going to deliver a speech to the nation Thursday night, though details are exactly what he'll discuss remain unclear, unless, of course, you like to speculate and listen to John Solomon. Such addresses are relatively uncommon and are usually reserved for big nation-defining moments, though Trump has held several since returning to the White House last year. Last December, Trump delivered a year-end address and recapped the second term's administration's achievements to that point. Then in April, gave another primetime speech, this time focused on the war with Iran. But this one is a little bit different. It's scheduled for 9 p.m. this Thursday and would cover, according to multiple reports, he's hinted at issues that the president may cover, which would include more discussions of the war with Iran, focusing on elections. Elections are reportedly going to be another point of that discussion. This coming from Reuters, citing an unnamed administration official, that Trump will speak about newly declassified intelligence on investigation into U.S. elections and what the White House claims are risks related to voting machines. And, that seems to be something that I think has been alluded to quite a bit in the last, say, 24 hours, especially when you think about, talking about John Solomon, his involvement. I know he took some time away from his duties at Just the News and Real America's Voice to address some of those things. So we'll see what's going to happen. The president has continued to promote, of course, that the 2020 election was compromised, and has repeatedly claimed that Joe Biden lost that election and that he won it. We'll have to see if that comes up. It should be an interesting speech on Thursday. What say you?
I think he takes a few minutes to recognize Lindsey Graham. They were good friends and close. I think he's definitely going to spend some time talking about his service to the country, and then also as a senator for 23 years.
Well, you guys were on last night, so let me ask Vin and KDJ. I said last night, KDJ, I'll start with you, then I'll go to Vin. We all know what happened in 2020, and I know the president wants to get it out there and speak about it. And maybe there's new information that we're all on our side going to go, right. We knew this.
Yep.
But who do you think the president's target audience is tomorrow night? Because no one on the left is going to care. He's not going to change anybody's minds. I don't think, my opinion, any voters' minds out there that are going to vote. So who's the target audience for this Thursday night doing this?
I think it's going to be the normies, because the normies are the ones who decide elections. Yeah, those are the people who could go either way on something like that. I know that he wants the SAVE Act passed. So if he comes out and says, "Hey, look what I just found," and he gets all his people to come up and talk about it, because remember, no one believed 2020 was stolen except for people like us who knew. But I mean, in the middle, because it's something so horrific, you think, well, that can't happen. We've had young men die for 200 plus years to make sure that we have liberty and we have freedom, we get to vote. I think he's going to come out and say, we need the SAVE Act. Look what I found. I think he's going to follow up after the 17th of July, because that's when those 260 FBI agents down in Fulton County are going to report back to him. And I think he's going to come out sometime after that and say, hey, look, maybe not on TV, but maybe, on True Social, say, look, now we've got even more. I think he's setting us up for a sort of a step-by-step. Look what we're finding. Things are really bad. The communists are here. He's talking about communists a lot. Thank God. Because no one thought that was real either. Oh, communism. I remember Barack Obama saying something to Mitt Romney about, communists. Oh, the 80s called. They want their villains back. The communists are here. They're eating our lunch in the kitchen right now. We got to get them out. I think he's going to do that, just sort of throw these things in and release it over the next couple of months and let people know that, yeah, things are pretty bad when you've got Mom Donnie in office. And he's saying, well, I don't know if you heard about they said, what's with all the sexual assault? He goes, wow, we expanded the definition, so that's why you got a lot of sexual assault. The most horrific answer I've ever heard in my life. Commies are here, and I think he's gonna nail that, and he's gonna lead us into what's really going on.
Vin?
I think part of this has to do with the election fraud for sure. I think heading into the midterms, KDJ brings a lot of great points out. But what makes me think it's going to be a lot about that is John Brennan just came out today and said if the Republicans win the midterms, they've rigged the election. So they're already setting up their defense to make this all about Trump now cheating. But the reality is, it's one thing to accuse someone or accuse people of cheating, and it's another thing for half the country to believe it and the other half not to believe it. I think KDJ said it right. The independents are who he's targeting, and he's also targeting a buildup to the midterms and putting pressure on more and more senators for the SAVE Act. So if he comes out with real evidence and then follows that up with more and more evidence, and that evidence is initially presented tomorrow night, that's a pretty good strategy to build up some credibility. Now, the thing that I do fear is if people are speculating about this, will any of the networks other than us and Fox and Newsmax actually air the speech? Now, he can command, the broadcast time, right, on all the networks, and hopefully that's what he's done. But they just won't air this stuff. They don't want to talk about it. They're not going to want to have a conversation about election fraud, even if he has black and white evidence, which I think we all know it's pretty obvious. There was a ton of cheating, but he's got to put it out in black and white. And I think that's going to be part of the speech. So I'm excited to see it.
And you know what's interesting? What you said about John Brennan. I mean, they could use that as a commercial right now. Just play that and be like, you know what? This is why we need the SAVE Act, because we want to make sure there's no rigged elections going forward. Let's start right away. Pass the SAVE Act, and you'll make sure that Trump can't rig this election. Oh my goodness!
Exactly.
What a flip of the script. But when you're talking about Georgia too, remember back in end of January, February, Democrats freaked out. Why? Tulsi Gabbard ended up in Georgia with a boatload of FBI agents, and they did some searching. That's what I think. That they could be leading to what is coming down the pike here, and hopefully we're correct, and we get some of this evidence and proof, because they're not mutually exclusive, to show people, like you said, Kevin, the normies, the people that maybe at first were like that could never happen. Now they start thinking about it like, wow, I think it could possibly happen. That's the ones that are being targeted.
Yeah, I mean, how many elections did you see 4 or 5 swing states stop counting at roughly the same time?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
The fix was in.
Yeah, just look at what happened just in California. All of a sudden, Spencer Pratt overtaken with homeless votes going mysteriously to the Indian girl. What's her name? Yeah, that one.
26 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. We'll get to some more news. We'll get to sports right when we get back live from Studio 6B right after this.
Chat, live in the chat.
All right, the YouTubes is starting to recover a little bit.
So we're not on Facebook, right?
Nine Trewick, thank you.
Are we?
We are on Facebook.
Are we?
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. You know, a little wonky tonight.
Oh, they started late. All right.
That's so unusual.
I was with some medical people, by the way, yesterday, high-level medical people from traditional medicine who have now left sort of the industry into this whole biologics industry. And man, what they said about Dr. Fauci, one of the guys knew him, what they said about this guy going back to AZT and AIDS, if you remember, that was the initial treatment for AIDS, which
Big
made
time.
people sicker and killed people.
Bad person.
And all the way to now, what they were just saying about this guy and the whole system, I mean, even though we understand and believe Fauci was a bad guy and all this stuff was convoluted and blah, 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 all that stuff, we all believe that. When you hear it, at the detail they were telling me, I mean, it was just shocking to hear that level of not conspiracy. This was like, you know, the Nazis doing medical experimentations on the Jews during the Holocaust. I mean, it was sort of like in that vein of just disgraceful, horrible behavior.
Wow.
Yeah, I was blown away by it. And I don't think these are highly credible people from the highest levels that were talking about this.
You know what I found about that? During AIDS, he blamed monkeys, and COVID, he blamed bats.
Yes.
I mean, come on, he's using the same playbook.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the points. That's very, very interesting you bring that up, because exactly what they said. They said, just look at exactly what he did and the result, because the results are very similar, because the initial drugs killed people.
Yep.
And the reason we started talking about it is someone had a heart problem, and they were talking about Lindsey Graham's heart problem and what happened to him. And they're like, well, that's a direct side effect, you know, of the cardiovascular problems that the shots at. And he had 4, Graham. You know, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
They had 3 boosters and the shot.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah. I can't believe in this day and age that this depth of conspiracy could happen. It did. We saw it. We lived it. But
Over in the Twix, we got Kit Kat, Jason Magaha, Karen, Honey K, Philco, Pitchfork.
All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell, LFS6B's promo code to use. Slickster, what's going on?
All right, Big D, All-Star Game just underway in Citizens Bank Park, Philly. I'll give you that update on that in the next segment. But we want to talk about what happened a little earlier today. World Cup favorites France unravel as Spain book a spot in final with ease. Multiple contributors of ESPN on this report. Arlington, Texas, home of your Dallas Cowboys. Spain booked their place in Sunday's World Championship final after dismantling France 2-0. In a semifinal billed as a 50-50 between 2 European heavyweights, Spain dominated for the majority of the game and more than deserved their victory. Forward Mikel Oyarzabal put manager Luis de la Puente, Spain's team, ahead in the 20th minute from the penalty shot after France left back Lucas Digne was penalized for inadvertently kicking Lamine Yamal in the box. He kicked him in the box, all right. It was one of a number of mistakes that littered a dismal first half performance by France. I watched the game. France looked as bad as the USA looked last Tuesday when they unraveled. Didier Deschamps, who will step down as the French coach after the tournament, was dealt another blow a few minutes after when Arsenal center William Saliba was forced off with a back injury. France winners in 2018 and runners-up in 2022 were briefly better after the break, but any momentum was killed by Spain's second goal. Spain right back Pedro Porro played a delightful 1-2 with midfielder Dani Olmo before he calmly slotted his finish past goalkeeper Mike Megan. I'll tell you, all household names I'm reading here. You know, for all of France's attacking talent, they ended the game with an expected XG total of 0.3 goals versus Spain. The reigning former champion reached their second World Cup final and the first since lifting the trophy way back in 2010. England or Argentina, who play in the second semifinal tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Atlanta, Mercedes Stadium. That should be a great game down in Hotlanta tomorrow. I'm thinking Argentina now. I'm going to get on the Lionel train, if you will, Lionel Messi. And I think I'm going to be rooting for them as well. I'd like to see the legend get one more big one. That'd be pretty cool. And speaking of rigging, guys, Major League Baseball accused of rigging home run derby with early Netflix graphic. Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. Major League Baseball became the target of conspiracy theories and claims it had rigged the 2026 home run derby on Monday when a graphic on Netflix labeled Jordan Walker the winner before the event was even done. The Netflix airing of the derby featured a graphic during the last round between Walker and Philadelphia Phillies slugger Kyle Schwarber that labeled Walker as the 2026 T-Mobile home run derby champion. Well, that was a little premature. Naturally, that sent conspiracy-minded fans to social media to proclaim that event was rigged. Sounds like the votes here. Walker did win, of course, with a come-from-behind performance that surprised Schwarber, who looked like the winner right up until that last round. Schwarber rocketed 11 of his first 15 swings and looked to be the odds favorite to win the Derby. But by the time Walker stepped up in the final round, his 6 homers in a row were enough to top the Phillies' stars' final count with 12 to Schwarber's 11. I know nobody really cares, but I'm sure there's 4 or 5 people watching the All-Star game just now, and I'll have an update on that score in my next sports segment. That's a wrap. In Sports Big D, back to you.
All right, Slick, very good. 33 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Vinnie Max in West Palm Beach. He kicks off the news. What's going on, Vin?
Well, I was just going through the Democratic Playbook, which I got a copy of on Chapter 6, I believe. And Chapter 6 talks about if you're backing a Nazi and a sexual abuser, and they turn out not to be popular, be sure to not admit to anything, but deflect to a new issue, preferably an anti-Israeli issue. And that's what Ro Khanna basically did, right out of the Democratic Playbook, backing Graham Plantner there, we know all about this guy in Maine and all the bad things. He backed this guy to the end. And then rather than facing up to it, he decides to go to Israel, not tell them, okay? Normally, senators reach out to the Israeli embassy. They tell them, I'm coming, and this is who's coming, and we want to see this, or this, and they make arrangements, and they do it, because he wanted to go to the West Bank, into a highly secured area. So what did he do? He didn't tell anybody. He went into the secured area with a bunch of people that nobody knew, and they stopped him. And by the way, it wasn't that big a stop. It wasn't a lot of harassment. They realized he was a senator, and that's it. He's turned this into a story, a ridiculous story, all for the purpose of deflecting his support of Plantner. And also, when you look at this from the playbook standpoint, because the playbook is all about what do our followers, our woke followers, all our deranged followers want to see from us? Well, they want to see you hate Jews. They want to see you hate Israel. And what better way to hate Jews in Israel than to show up unannounced in a highly secure area where they don't know who the hell you are and get stopped and then blame them for harassing you and not doing the right thing and causing all this trouble. And that's what this guy is doing. The lack of credibility. And all these senators from California, they all seem to be just demented. I don't know what's in the water there, or just something's just so off. But these Democratic leaders out of that state are some of the worst people we have. Well, I can say that with just about every one of them, but the ones from California are horrible. This guy in particular, it verifies for me in Chapter 7 of the Democratic Playbook, says this pretty clearly, that you don't need to have any positions. You just need to have the positions that we're telling our people they need to have. It's crazy. And don't admit to anything. Don't own up to anything. Don't try and explain your position. Don't try and do anything. Just move on and create a controversy, which is what this guy did. But he's been caught. Even the Democrats are talking about it like this is so dumb, like this is not what you do. So the party itself is just unraveling, in my view. It just looks like a party that is falling apart. Like they have zero direction other than hating things and communism. And then you got leaders like this pulling this crap. So I thought it was an interesting story, but it's more of an indication of where they are and how they roll.
Well, Ro Khanna wants to run for president, so let's just keep that in mind in the background of everything he does. The guy clearly wants to run for president. You can already see it in the image, in the haircut, in the upgrade on the looks, and all of this stuff. And then pulling stunts like this, of course. He's appealing to about 95% of the self-haters, including Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, and the rest of the self-hating Jews that are in the party. They've had an anti-Semitic problem for a long time. It's probably at its worst now, although we're starting to have one on the right too a little bit. But that's who he's playing to, Vin.
Yeah, the anti-Semitic views across the board, and it's disturbing to hear that anyone on the right feels this way. I mean, forget about the Jewish side of this. This is a staunch ally of ours in the Middle East, in one of the most troubled parts of the world, that has been a partner of ours and an ally. Take the Israeli Jewish thing, the Promised Land, take all of that out. This is just a great ally of ours who's always been there for us in the middle of one of the most dangerous places on earth for them, and, also for us. Look at what we have to do with Iran right now to try and bring some civility to that part of the world. If the Republicans start bending to this anti-Semitic viewpoints, and you can see some of these more rhinos and other Republicans thinking they might need to do this if they're in a state that's kind of purple, that's sickening to me. It's the entire matter is sickening to me. And this guy, by the way, is probably one of on a long list of lowlifes, is right up there at the top.
Yep. All right, 38 past the hour. Kevin Downey Jr. is the host of the Kevin Downey Jr. Show, heard 9 to 11 weekdays on 103.9 LI News Radio, where you can hear this show Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. KDJ, what's going on?
Thank you, Big D. Now, I don't talk about economics because I don't understand it, and it bores me. I'm going to run through some really boring numbers now. So I'll have to do something to make it a little fun, make it a little interesting. So I'm going to talk like a wacky early morning DJ. Ever see Delgado, you know those guys pukers?
Yes.
Oh, it's K-Dog in the morning. Folks, you're not going to believe what's going on. Consumer prices fell sharply in June thanks to relief at the gas pump and a broad decline in inflation. The consumer price index fell 0.4% last month. By God, that's the largest decline since 2020. That's good news if you can understand this, and I can't. Core prices, a measure that excludes food and energy, were flat compared to the prior month. That's the best inflation reading since January 2021. Energy prices fell in June 5.7% after going up in March, April, and May. Gasoline prices fell 9.7% after rising 7% in May. And man, things are looking great, and I don't get any of it. Back to you, Big D.
Okay.
Waka waka.
Can you just do the,
I was told to do no math
one more
on the
time?
show.
Yeah.
The hair thing one more time?
That's good off the top of your head. Yeah.
Wow, that's
I look like the guy from Dumb and Dumber.
Yes. It looks like, what do you call it, Jeff?
or maybe
on the
it's just
show.
the dumber part. All right, 39 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Kevin, Vin will have some more news, but let's get back to some main headlines, and that, of course, is here with Rick Delgado. What's going on, Delgado?
Hey, thanks, Big D. Going to continue on with the KDJ.
I can't believe he didn't get thrown off the air last segment. Take it away, Delgado.
Waka waka, walk, walk, walk. As President Trump, David, carries out more strikes in Iran. Who'd have thunk it? No, actually, the U.S. is carrying out more strikes on Iran and began the blockade again of Iranian ports. Trump also threatened to strike Iranian power plants and bridges next week. The U.S. president, of course, using these threats as a negotiating tactic. We'll see if they have any effect this time. The blockade, as I mentioned, has been reimposed. The naval blockade on the Iranian ports, with the U.S. military providing that blockade, enforcing it once again. Same thing they did from April through June. With the ceasefire in tatters, the U.S. military also launched its fourth consecutive day of strikes, Damon, on Iranian targets. State media reported explosions in the port city of Bandar Abbas and several locations near Saruk. I don't even know if I said that right. Iranian state media also reported Tehran struck U.S. military assets in Jordan, though we have no confirmation of that because, let's face it, it's coming from the media in Iran. President Trump warned that the U.S. would continue to strike, including bridges and power plants next week, unless Tehran made its way to the negotiating table. Also, when it comes to he talked about this a 20% tariff fee. Well, that has been rescinded earlier today. He announced the U.S. will not impose a 28% reimbursement fee on cargo moving through the Strait of Hormuz, saying it will be replaced by Gulf state investments in the U.S. You like how he did that? Threatens the 20% tariff. They turn around and go,
Brilliant.
you know what? We don't want to pay 20%. We will invest in your country. And lo and behold, you have free passage. So there you have it. A little update on what is going on in Iran as fresh military strikes have resumed, according to CENTCOM. Damon?
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Is that it for the news?
No? I mean, there's I was waiting for you to say something.
Well, no, I don't.
You know,
I don't
jump in at any time. It's your show.
Well, I mean, I don't have something to say for every story. We're behind, so let's just keep going.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were on a time schedule, but
You're just covering, trying to. Here's what Delgado's
No,
doing.
we're on a time schedule.
He can't find the next story.
I have a next story, but I don't have time to get to all of it. So I'm looking for something to add to this. So I will do that with more than 20 U.S. Navy warships and hundreds of military aircraft are currently now operating across the Middle East, Damon, and American forces remain vigilant, lethal, and ready, according to CENTCOM. Back to you.
Thank you.
Nice job, Delgado.
Thanks. Back to you, Damon.
Kick, save, and a beauty.
15 seconds short.
Shut up.
Now I got to cover for you for another 8 seconds just to get you to the deadline. 42 past the hour, live from Studio 6B on the Tuesday night right here on Real America's Voice. Slick's going to have some more sports. Delgado will have some more headlines. Kevin Downey Jr., Vinnie Mac, all with news. Aaron, Fran, Marissa holding it down. We're back right after this.
What do you think of that?
We're in the break. We're in the break, but we're live. Let's go.
It's always a good reminder.
No, but Damon does pay attention.
Delgado is right. Damon usually has something to say. Mad Frawley.
I pay attention to Aaron and Fran, yes.
Mad Frawley said that.
Vin and Slick.
You were watching TikTok videos.
Mr. Greg.
Slightly to Kevin Downey Jr., but never to you.
Mr. Craig.
Did you say something?
Delgado's trying too hard.
Blue shirt?
Think your microphone's not working?
What'd you say, Slick?
Mr. Craig said that Delgado's trying too hard.
Totally agree.
To do what?
We love Mr. Craig.
Nailed it.
MST Craig. I call him Mr. Craig.
Please.
You're never getting
Juicy
any other light
Juicy
in your life.
JP says, KDJ, you need a haircut. LOL.
Big D says I don't.
Nope.
I don't
Looks
think he
good.
does. He looks fine.
I'm going to grow my hair out
Somebody
that
got to
long.
say it, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Who's that, Samson? Someone got to say Samson.
Come on, Stephen A.
Oh, we got a super chat. I missed that. XJSCV in the YouTubes. Anyone started yet? Well, KDJ is in the studio. Well, that must have been a while ago. Okay. Anyone started yet?
Anyone started what? Drinking?
Oh, no, we didn't start drinking yet.
You didn't.
I'm drunk for a couple of days. I'm getting ornery.
Kevin says, hold my beer.
I haven't had a good drink
yourself.
since Sunday afternoon.
I saw him on the side of the building before.
Nina Treywick says, love all our 6B guys and crew. They feed off each other, and it's great. Yeah, we feed off each other, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We don't
like
get
some of
fed, but
Kevin's
we
hair.
feed each
We feed off each other. Or when we go out, we sponge off Damon. The great Harry Oates. Hold my check, please.
King of spongeology.
Harry goes, hold my check, please.
What I love about going out with Harry is it's always so positive.
Yeah, Harry's
Just
yes.
feel good.
He's
You
the
just-
model of
You can just feel good about yourself.
yeah. He's the model of positivity. You know,
Yeah.
he's like Christmas
Is he
morning.
Wanna be
negative?
lifted up.
Because how does he pick up the women if he's so negative?
Harry's been
That's a
with
whole
steady,
different rap.
Steady.
Have you? It just
Delgado, we
happens?
got off the air at 10, so we don't have time to get into that right
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Well, he's got a TV show. You know.
Oh yeah.
Did you do the Did you do news, Delgado? Did you do the what? No, I don't mean that. I don't mean generally. I mean, did you do
That's
the
why it came out.
No, I didn't do the.
Aaron, turn your mic off. If I keep hearing you, I'm going to keep laughing. I can't stop because I'm hearing you laugh. Oh. All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? We've lost total control.
We still haven't done news yet.
What? Well, let's do the news then.
Oh, okay.
And here with the main headlines is C2 here. Rick Delgado's got main headlines. What's going on, Delgado?
All right, Damon. Well, I don't know if you saw this. Piggybacking off of the story from yesterday regarding Mitch McConnell, GOP senator is walking back his McConnell conspiracy remarks. He's saying just discount all that. I'm talking about Senator Ron Johnson, the Republican out of Wisconsin, bluntly walking back his Monday claim that the photo of Senator Mitch McConnell that the office released of him and his wife in the hospital recovering might not be what it appears.
Really? Johnson said this?
Yeah, Johnson, who in the past has received criticism for pushing conspiracy theories and has been nicknamed Ron Anon by critics.
Did you notice that McConnell's holding a paper? I'm sorry.
Yes, he was holding the.
I mean, is this like a proof of life deal? Like I'm not a hostage?
I think it was the Washington Post. Yeah. To the sports section.
Is that the right picture? Somebody said that picture was from like 2020.
Yeah, they're not. Well, that was one of the things he said. Senator Graham's sudden death and also Senator McConnell's health mystery are leading to renewed calls for transparency from Congress. Here is, let's get to the cut right now, shall we? Here is Eric Bolling talking, our own Eric Bolling from Real America's Voice.
I love Eric.
Talking with Senator Johnson on that Mitch McConnell conspiracy picture, cut number 1. Check this out.
I saw a picture that I'm not sure I believe is actually Mitch McConnell from the hospital after what I've heard and what I've seen. Do you believe Mitch McConnell is the one who said, I'm okay, here's the picture of my wife, Elaine Chao, and I in that hospital bed?
Oh.
Well, I just heard from some other source that was an older photo. So I really don't know. I haven't talked to Mitch. I certainly wish he and his family well. I hope he can recover. It's sad to watch people age, no matter who that person is.
Yeah. So there they are talking about it again. Host Eric Bolling from this network, Real America's Voice, on his show yesterday, Monday's episode of The Balance, talking about the photo of Mitch McConnell in the hospital.
Am I the only one that thinks McConnell's drinking coffee with Dianne Feinstein in hell?
No, you're not.
Okay. I don't think this guy's alive.
Laura Loomer was saying
what did he walk back, though, today?
He was walking back saying he's not sure about the photo.
And there's a newspaper in it, but that doesn't mean anything these days.
Right. That can be put in there. Here is here's some other compelling evidence. Cut number 2, Damon. I don't know if you saw this. Actually, Mitch McConnell leaving the hospital, escaping hospital with a few friends. Cut 2.
Oh my God.
Check this out.
Here we go.
Oh, Pocahontas.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think he could be okay. Here he is. That was him
The
escaping.
only realistic thing about that is that Nancy's drinking.
and driving.
That's it.
And then, of course, he jumped up and showed how much better he's feeling in this cut. Here's cut number 3.
Is this a new thing now every night?
Dispelling rumors of his demise with some country line dancing, Damon. Cut 3.
Oh, let's go.
Check this out.
Oh, here we go.
You gotta see it for yourself to believe it.
This next part's my favorite part.
See? Look at that.
It's the new dance. The Mitch,
Obviously,
it's the
he's
Mitch
doing
Hitch.
Who's helping Delgado with this? Is he doing this all himself, or has he got help from somebody?
I think this is Senator Johnson, and maybe he saw that video, or maybe this could be why. Cut number 4. Maybe this is why.
Aaron,
everybody thinks he's okay.
AI.
Cut 4.
Fantastic. That last one is a keeper. That's a wrap, everybody.
So maybe this is the photo that Ron Johnson was talking about. So I don't know.
That's pretty good.
He looks too good to be gone for that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So the conspiracies
I hope
continue.
Mitch is okay. I hope he. I don't know. I don't know.
They're still giving Scott what's his name over on CNN? What's his name?
Scott Jennings.
Scott Jennings a hard time because he said he spoke to him for 20 minutes. But then he couldn't get him onto the CNN.
Well, Scott Jennings felt like
show.
he was vindicated today because he put a piece of video out that I saw on my social media that said, "All of you can just kiss my ass." Who questioned me? That all of you who questioned me can kiss my ass. That's what he said today. So he feels vindicated.
Did he play the one of him doing the Thriller dance or the one where his head falls
No,
off?
he just went with the regular old picture, and he's. I guess that's what he was referring to. So. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on human life. I don't know.
I'll do it.
No, I know you and you guys will, but I just
This guy.
I don't know.
All right, so there you
I'll
have
stick
it.
with what I said on the show 2 nights ago.
And what is
He
that?
owes it to his constituents, to the Senate, to all of us to tell. And the Senate rules, by the way, say he must let us know what's going on because he sits on very powerful committees. There's votes that cannot be taken right now because he's not there. We deserve to know what the hell is going on. Again, I understand the human part of this, as I did with Lindsey Graham as well. But his constituents and the rest of us, at such a critical time in the history of this country, as we go into the most critical midterms ever, we deserve to know where all of the balls lie here. Who's here? Who's not here? Who's able to not even perform their duties? Because but what's going on?
Yeah.
Is
It's
the
deliberate.
greater question not how did it come to this? He's been sick for a long time. He turns into a statue. He stares out into space. How is he here? I think he's still on the job because he's run by China. And you know the rule with China is you leave the Senate in a body bag. Look at Feinstein. She didn't get to. She looked like the crypt keeper. She's like, but she couldn't step down and play with her grandkids because she owed China.
Vin, what were you saying?
I was saying, why would we think that any of his people and the senator himself would provide any information when part of the strategy is to delay and disrupt everything that Trump is doing? And he's part of that. So his staff, his support, these senators don't have like 1 or 2 people. They have an army of a staff, especially a guy with the seniority he has. He's on major committees, as you noted, and nothing's getting done. That's not by accident. He might be ill. He might have some of these issues they're talking about, but people know what's really going on. No one's talking because they're milking that whole process to hold up stuff on Trump. Everyone's been doing that hates Trump. All the rhinos who are part of that, we see it in real time. We talk about this all the time. Mitch McConnell could easily put out a statement and just say blank, 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 blank. But they're delaying because they don't want to do anything. They don't want Trump to win anything. They don't want to get judges approved. They don't want to get anything he wants to get done out. This is part of the deep state and part of what McConnell has been about.
Yeah, it's almost a convenient brain death.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, let's just keep them alive long enough and for the next few weeks, and then we can clear this hurdle.
But again, the Senate rules do compel. I read it to you the other night. Whatever the rule is, compel a certain time frame for us to know what's going on. But if you're expecting Thune to press that rule and to
that's right,
press his old boss effectively there, who he stood behind and watched him basically destroy the party in the country, you're holding your breath for the wrong guy to do it.
Well, not only that, I mean, when does anybody actually pay any price for their misdeeds in Congress?
And they say, this is to stick it to Trump, but they're sticking it to us. We, the people, are the ones who pay the price.
They're sticking it to him. But when rules and laws don't matter because you don't enforce them, then you just have anarchy. And we've seen that with the border. We've seen that with all the stuff the left does. And now we're seeing it in the Senate. Thune, what Damon said is 100% right. Thune does nothing. There's no enforcement of it. Nothing happens. Who cares? Why have the rule?
All right, quick wrap, hour 1, hour 2, coming back right after this.
How you doing? So obvious what they're doing with Mitch McConnell, too. Just
Bill Moore says, Delgado,
so obvious.
you can call your new McConnell segment, what even was that? Past tense, baby.
That's good.
That's a good one, Bill Moore, my man. Charles Livingston says, wake the F up. He's very outspoken, Charles Livingston. He just said Damon is so smart in the chat, too.
Did he? Oh, my goodness.
This guy is.
You guys
really
are having a bromance.
Yeah, it's a bromance.
Yeah. They both go to Taco
I'm
Bell.
not making up. Go look
No,
back.
I saw it.
Go ahead. Scroll it, baby.
Love is in the air. It's a summer
That's
of
a
love,
great
Damon.
song. Love is in the air.
Summer of love, Damon. Summer of love.
I love that song. Yeah. Susie Bennett says, how you doing, Vinny?
How you doing? Hey, Slick, you got to watch the Rafael Nadal documentary that just came out on Netflix.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Even if you're not a tennis fan, if you're a sports
I
fan.
loved him. I am a tennis fan. I do. I really liked him. Great player.
He, what you see in it, and I'm not going to give it all away, but he had an injury throughout his career that most players would never continue. And two, a will just to win that was at Michael Jordan level.
Yep.
You know, you see the greats, and you know why they're great. He had that at a level that I don't think I've ever seen in a tennis player. Yep. It's so good.
And he had a great nemesis back in the day, too, boy. I mean, the two of them went at it like crazy. I mean, he was just incredible, Nadal.
Broke spoke bagels on the beach? No. Nobody gets bagels on the beach. Why is that even? Don't even bring that up.
That's getting stale, that story. Like the bagels.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Debbie Sutton says Damon seems really happy tonight.
He does.
You can tell, right?
Yeah. It's, wow. Damon, very happy. Julian Martinez, good evening to you.
He wants to go to Spike Trail tonight.
Yeah.
You don't. That's very true.
You know what? Charles Livingston has another comment, Damon.
Oh.
What happens when the 2020 elections are declared null and void? Please get.
Guys from live from Studio 6B, they're pretty hysterical. Have you seen this Slick Rick guy?
All right, Joe. Thanks, hour two. We have seen him. He's right there, and he's going to do sports here coming up here in a second. Right next to him is Rick Delgado. He's going to do some more main headlines. Next to me is Kevin Downey Jr., the host of the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. He's got some news as well. And down there in West Palm Beach, Florida, melting away down there, as it's probably about 120, is Vinnie Mac, Vincent C. Biuta. He's got some news as well. What is the temperature, Vin, down there?
It was 100. It was like 95 to 100 all day. I was just sweating all day. You couldn't even go for a walk around the block, just sweating.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. Yeah, it's incredibly hot.
It's hard to decompress in that kind of heat. I know.
It's going to be hot here tomorrow.
Oh, I got good decompression in. I was decompressing quite well today. Thank you very much.
Okay, that sounds like a personal issue I don't want to know about. So, all right, let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use if you want to shop at mypillow.com, mystore.com/LFS6B. Checkout code LFS6B, promo code at checkout. It'll give you a great savings. Slickster, what's going on?
All right, Big D, All-Star game down in Philly, and it's a Yankee combo that gets the American League on the board first. 3-0 the AL leads on a two-run single from Cody Bellinger out of right field, and the first baseman Ben Rice drove in a run. So Yankees 3, National League nothing right now. Good job by the Yanks. And Yanks would like that win because the team that wins, whether it be the American League or the National League, they end up being the team that hosts the World Series. They get that extra game. So they are playing for something. They started that a few years ago, and I thought that was great. Made the game have some value, even though Damon swears it has none. We're not even watching it tonight.
Zippo.
Well, anyway.
You want me to put it on for you?
No, I don't think it's necessary. We'll keep it on. So I want to focus. We got all the guys here tonight. I want to keep a focus on that. And, Fran, if you could key up Leonard Skinner's Freebird for me for this next song statement.
Oh,
Anyway, investigation into alleged battery by Jets Smith no longer active, Big D. ESPN reported. An investigation of Geno Smith for an incident in which a woman accused him of battery last month is no longer active, and the New York Jets quarterback will not be charged, the Davie, Florida Police Department confirmed to ESPN on Tuesday. Unfortunately, Aaron, the Jets will have Geno Smith on the field. Aaron actually called. Aaron was calling BS when this first came out, actually. I remember saying,
Thank you, Slick.
You wanted more on this, I know. No further investigative steps can be reasonably taken with the information presently available. Any future investigative action is contingent and additional information or evidence being brought forward, according to the supplemental case reported and obtained by ESPN. According to the supplemental case report, neither Smith nor the woman provided requested follow-up statements to police. Officers were summoned to Smith's home on June 21st, you may recall, after a woman claiming to be his ex-girlfriend called 911 and said he was assaulting her. She posted a video to Instagram of a dispute with Smith, saying on camera that he ran outside and attacked me. No one was arrested or taken into custody at the scene. According to the original incident report obtained by ESPN, 2 scratches to the right side of Smith's face were observed, and he had a knot on the back of his head. That might have been from last season with the Raiders. We don't know. But anyway, it's all cleared. That's good for the Jets. They don't need that distraction, Aaron. You do need a starting quarterback. I don't know that Geno Smith would be the right prescription for a good quarterback, but we'll see what happens. But I'll give that to you, Aaron. You know your Jets, and you called BS on that. I remember you right out of the gate when I did that story back on the 21st. So good stuff. Cleared for the Jets. And Big D, that's a wrap in sports. Back to you.
Sounded like you were maybe taking a shot at Aaron, saying
Yeah, me too.
Good luck having him available now that he's not in trouble.
Well,
I mean,
he's not that good.
Did you hear that, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Still good luck to us.
Yep. Well,
Either way,
you see what happens.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. We'll do a little more sports before we end the show. Vinnie Mac's in West Palm Beach. Vinnie Mac, what's next on your news radar?
Oh, well, I had a very interesting battle today on Facebook. Anyone out there who follows me on Facebook was part of the battle, and it's great when the Live from Studio 6B audience jumps in, and I barely have to jump into this. But it really bothered me, this particular battle. Trump this morning put out a post talking about the reflecting pool and how they had to drain it because vandals did all this stuff and they're going to fix it. And that was it. He was just talking about the fact they're going to fix whatever the vandals did. And the parks department had to take care of a few different things. And, we're making America great again. We're fixing our monuments and blah, blah, blah. He put out a great post. Well, the liberals went bananas. Why are they so fixated on this reflecting pool?
Jim Acosta.
I can't figure out it.
Jim Acosta, formerly of CNN, was out there for when the last drop of water got taken out of the place, so he could be the first one to go, all right, I'm here. They took the water out. There's nothing wrong with it. See this?
It's amazing how obsessed they are with the draining pool. Trump goes to fix things, and if the fix doesn't work for some reason or vandals destroy it, they want to now blame Trump for lying about it or something like that. And that was the essence of the post. Someone took this Trump's tweet and said, all my MAGA friends out there, how can you possibly support this guy knowing what happened with the draining pool? And I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? There was apparently, Trump says there were slashes 300 yards long, not like small slashes of that whatever that material is that they put in. It's kind of like a vinyl pool when you think about it. That vinyl they put in the bottom of a pool, and that seems to be what Trump did with this reflecting pool. But what really struck me is the level of just utter anxiety that the media and the left has on this. This became probably 3 or 4 hours this morning of just back and forth rants on Facebook about the reflecting pool and the fact that all of us might think that some vandals did this, and then everyone on the left is mocking us for thinking vandals did that. And my feeling of the whole thing was, I don't know what happened. Do I really care what happened? Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like someone did some destruction. Would I put it past the left and all these crazy people that we've seen on TV screaming and protesting things and blowing up Teslas and doing all the crazy stuff they do? Would I put it past them to go to the reflecting pool and try and destroy something he just fixed? No. It seems totally logical that someone on the left would go do that. The fact that they arrested someone and they seem to have some evidence that this person did some damage to it, well, maybe that would lead people to believe that possibly someone did vandalize it. This is the biggest story of the day in many ways. Jake Tapper showing up at the reflecting pool when they drained it to cover it. It's obscene. It's obscene in the sense of their just utter dying hatred of this guy and anything he touches and does. And that's really sort of the moral of the story. And I want to say kudos to our audience because they jumped in ugly. I'm trying to be diplomatic. I don't know, Delgado, if you saw this whole thing going on.
No,
I
did
you,
not.
Sometimes you jump in.
I had a life to live.
So Vin's happy that not only has Vin has now taken Delgado down his Facebook fighting rabbit hole, but now he's taken the audience and he's proud of it.
I'm more than proud of it because they're awesome. I get out there, I try and be diplomatic and nice because I know a lot of these people. Then I see CNN covering it. Then I see all the other stuff. And I see people in our audience saying, I know Vin is nice and he's trying to, deal with this diplomatically, but I'm not going to be nice. And they just basically just say, you're an a-hole. The left are screwed up. You guys are all deranged. They go after them. And I love the fact that they do that, to be honest, because they say a lot of things I wish I could say out there to people that I know I'm friends with that are liberals that I don't want to, cross that line too much.
I'll cross it.
But this is a story.
Tell me where to go. I'll cross it.
The guy's first name is Michael something.
All right. Vin, did you see these Ask Albans? They have T-shirt that says Team Algae.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I did not see that. But there you go. There you go. And Kevin, you're on Facebook with me. You got to jump into some of these things. Come on. I need a little help out there once in a while.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, very good.
Well,
we can't teach them anything. They don't want to know.
No, they don't.
That's true.
All right,
well,
8 minutes, 9
they're
minutes.
obsessed with such minor stuff. That's the moral of the whole thing.
All right, 9 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Speaking of Kevin Downey Jr., he's the host of the Kevin Downey Jr. Show. What's on your mind, Kev?
Well, we've had 4 churches burn in New York City this year. One of them, about a little less than a month ago, June 19th, this was the 174-year-old church in Brooklyn. Their congregation formed in the 17th century. It was torched, and it looks like the New York City Department of Buildings leader has decided they're going to demolish it rather than rebuild it. He's a guy named, so it says here, practicing Muslim Ahmed Tigani, handpicked by Mayor Zoran Mamdani, said, nope. We're not building this. We're tearing it down. Not only are we tearing it down, we're going to charge the congregation to tear it down. And the congregation sent people in and said, well, it's structurally sound. We just have to rebuild it. And no, Mr. Muslim said, we're not doing that. It's going down. Just so happens that the congregation, now they're trying, it's going to be $15,000 is what they've raised so far. And they need more. They've got to GoFundMe to tear down their own church, which doesn't need to be torn down. Engineers said, no, this is fine. We just got to redo it. It looks bad when you walk. Hey, look at that. Yeah, it looks like and it is a horrible fire. 200 firemen showed up. But it's not that bad. They can redo it. Says here, though, a well-known Brooklyn developer that has experience with snapping up religious sites that have burned down. They happen to own the entire block across the street from the church. And, of course, they think this is the result of arson. There's an arsonist, and the cops are looking into it. Fire department's looking into it as well. This version of the church was built in 1853. This is at least the second, if not the third, because, the first one was from the late 1600s. And this is South Bushwick Reformed Church. This is a black neighborhood. They're burning churches in black neighborhoods. And we know who did it. Come on, let's not. All right, well, we'll wait for the investigation. We know who did it. That would be probably, I'm going to say, the religion of who's probably behind that. And What, Aaron? What?
Sound effects.
Thank you. I got the board you told me about.
You got your own sound guy over there? What is going on?
For a second, I thought
it's
that
systematic,
was me.
KDJ. All that stuff is systematic. We're seeing a systematic destruction of Christian churches across not just New York City, but other places in this country and the world.
North
systematic.
America, Western Europe, they're burning them down. There's a church fire every 10 days now. Roughly every 10 days, there's a church. It's one of these beautiful old churches from, the 1700s. Obviously, Western Europe has older churches than we would ever have. Canada is, they've had 33 burn ever since someone came up with the complete lie that there were some Catholic churches where indigenous kids had been killed and buried in unmarked graves, and people went crazy, and that's when it started. Because, communism hates just hates a couple of things, the nuclear family, and of course Christianity. And they've always said the number one thing that communism can never overcome are diehard Christians. So that's top on their list. Go for the white people, go for the Christians, go for the Catholics. And that's what's been happening. I haven't seen one mosque burn, and I'm not saying they should. Don't go do anything stupid, please, and say, oh, the guy with the great hair told me to do it. I'm not saying do that. What? It is great hair. Anyway. Thank you. I'm just saying there's a lot of churches burning around the world.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious what's happening here. I mean, especially in our city. Mandami, is doing things under the radar and things like this and enabling those types of things to happen.
Absolutely.
It's obvious.
And he picked the guy. You know what? I heard someone on the news saying, oh, man, New York City voted for a communist. Good. They're going to learn from their mistakes. No, they're not. Now, communism has infested every institution in New York City, every office. Now there's going to be like scraping barnacles to get rid of them.
All right, 13 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. We'll do some more headlines with Rick Delgado, more sports with Slick. All coming up when we get back right after this.
First base, Juan Epstein. That guy's head.
It's like, am I wrong in thinking in the 70s there were fewer pads and there were fewer injuries as well? I don't remember guys flopping around like this.
Tough.
Right.
And pads.
Damon.
What sport are you talking about?
Baseball.
Oh,
baseball.
I think
I found them.
They're just
Can't
too
compare.
tuned. They're training all year round. Their muscles.
Remember the
are too
guy
tight.
who brought us the donuts with the jelly and the cream filling?
Oh, yeah. The guy from Pennsylvania.
He sent me a message.
What'd he say?
He said, I'm the guy with the donuts.
Oh, nice.
Bob Hawk.
Where's he
or
been?
Hoke.
Where's he been?
He's from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
Is that what the donuts were?
That's the guy who brought the donuts.
I want those donuts.
Me too.
Were they Amish donuts?
I don't know, but they're the only jelly donuts I've ever thought I've ever eaten, and they were phenomenal.
Oh, Damon, don't forget your cords here, unless you leave it here.
Yeah.
Amish donuts,
Okay.
please.
They were insane. Thanks for reaching out, Bob.
What's the name of the donut place?
I'm waiting to hear back.
Thanks for reaching out, Bob. But how do you get the donuts?
That's what I'm waiting to hear back. I'm asking. Relax.
Come on.
Calm down.
No,
Take
I'm
it
just
down a
asking.
notch.
I was just asking.
Well, he sent me a message like a week or so ago.
You're
So
telling,
I'm
you're telling the host to calm down?
I know. Thank you, Slick.
Man, you can't do
I-
that. That's
I'm
not,
on it.
That's not
If
proper.
you,
on
if you get away, order 14 dozen.
I will.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
It goes
for you.
good with my decaf coffee.
Yeah. Speaking about Taco Bell, a couple of dozen donuts.
Taco Bell, forget it. I'll make a run for the door for that stuff. I wouldn't touch that with a.
I did not know that.
I wouldn't touch that with a bean burrito.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I'm trying to follow this rundown, Damon. You're all over the place here. Where are we?
We're in the moment, Vin.
Yeah,
We're in the moment.
We're riffing.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
we're riffing.
Wow.
This is called spontaneous stuff, weird, wacky stuff.
Chat, live in the chat. Uh-oh.
What happened?
sound like the blues. 17 past the hour. You know, we wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What is the foundation of your savings? Is it gold, or is it something that can be shaken, disrupted, or devalued? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They'll help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn how gold fits into your portfolio by texting America to the number 989898. That's America to 989898. You'll receive a free, no obligation information kit. Birch Gold has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, countless 5-star reviews. Let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. Text America to 989898. Text the word America to 989898. All right, live from Studio 6B, 18 past the hour. Let's do some more headline news. Rick Delgado's got it. What's going on, Delgado?
All right, Damon. Well, one of our favorite Democrats is out and about once again, Damon. I'm talking about the crypt keeper himself, James Carville. He is out and about, Damon. And as always, we can expect fireworks when it comes to James Carville. He's saying it's so effing stupid, referring to Democrats attacking their own party. He's talking about the far-left Democrats as Democratic strategist James Carville rages against the far-left insurgent Democrats, warning that they could be setting the party up for a loss similar to 2016 when President Trump was first elected. In a Friday video, Carville went off on a recent wave of far-left and Democrat socialist election victories in the primaries, which include some that have toppled longtime party incumbents, including in New York and Colorado as well. Carville argued far-left Democrats, specifically Michigan's controversial candidate Abdul El-Sayed, are running against both parties. Here he is, cut number 5, James Carville raging against the socialists, who he says are taking over the Democrat Party with a 3-banger, Damon. There's only 3 in this one, cut 5.
This would be a beautiful order, right? But it's the Democrats' fault. It's the corporate Democrats. It's all because the Democrats listen to Al Gore or some like that. These people are so stupid, I don't know what to say about it. So now we have this idea that these insurgent Democrats, and what is their solution? Is their solution to beat Republicans, to run against Republicans? No. Their solution is to beat Democrats. Like they're part of the problem. No, you are part of the problem because you're a fucking idiot. And you just believe that pablum nonsense that drifts around the left wing, I don't know, whatever sphere, blogosphere, atmosphere, fart sphere, or whatever sphere they got.
Any sphere. You know what? Sphere. Slick, I'd go to the fart sphere if Damon would pay, as long as we get to some sphere.
You know, James is the closest evidence that Delgado has that aliens are really here among us.
This is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
He also recalled the 2016 presidential election, calling it the most catastrophic event in the century, blaming it entirely on Bernie Sanders, even though they bought Bernie Sanders off. The campaign between the two, of course, Carville argued had already become too bitter, talking about Clinton, and he claims that these people are the problem, and he warned Democrats not to fall for the allure of false prophets. Here he is talking about that and a couple other things when it comes to raging against these socialists. Here's cut number 6 with a 4-banger, Damon. 4 times he goes to the well. Cut number 6. Check this out.
Don't fall for the allure of false prophets. Don't fall. And all these people ever go beat a Republican, then come back and I will respect you. Until you do that, I have nothing but contempt for you. But every evil moment that has enjoyed success has also had useful idiots. That is collaborators. That's right. That's That's what you are. Useful idiots. That's what I think they call it during the Lenin call. Whatever the term is. It's both parties doing it. The corporatists and all that. You damn ass.
God.
Aaron.
This guy.
And it's not both sides.
He's off the
no,
rails.
it's not.
God, enough.
He's losing it, man.
Enough of this guy.
He's so irrelevant. So irrelevant. The only relevant Democrat right now is John Fetterman. The only one. He actually speaks the truth.
Well,
Don't like all his policies, but he speaks the truth. This guy's an idiot.
Carvel reminds me of the guy going into World War II saying, "You're all a bunch of dumbasses. Airplanes are garbage. This war is going to be won or lost on horseback. We need a cavalry. We're going to need some more cavalry."
yeah.
Yeah, well,
enough of Carville. God.
Well, he was blaming, of course, blaming the Republicans and also blaming the socialists, saying that it's not both parties; it's just the Republicans' fault, and they need to focus on winning elections. And again, like he said in the beginning of that clip, when you win an election, come talk to me.
Well, James will never admit it, but James is even scared by his own party because he sees what's happening with Mondami. He sees what's happening with AOC, the Squad, Bernie. He sees the socialism wing taking over, and even he is not that dumb. He's smart enough to realize that's a problem. And he has spoken on this many a time. So that's part of the problem.
The question is, though, on that subject, he might think those things, but the question is, does he hate Trump more than he thinks those things about his own party? And that's what I'm seeing. As far as any of these more rational Democrats, are they willing to actually see the party for what it's worth, what it's showing right now, and make those changes? Or do they just hate Trump so much? Like, is it so far to the craziest hatred you can imagine? They're just willing to overlook it. That's where it's at with them. And guys like James Carville can't stand Trump. I think he'd hate him and let the Democratic Party blow itself up. If I think that would be his position, frankly.
But is he relevant in any way? Like, who's watching these videos other than us to laugh at him?
No.
You know what? They do have him on. They do have him on CNN once in a while, and they have him on MSNBC. And I guess it's because they know he's going to go raging Cajun, and they want to see what he says.
Get off my lawn!
Right, exactly. He's going to yell at people to get off his lawn and get off his Democrat Party because it's his party, and he knows what's right, and you're all wrong. And he hates Trump and farts. He likes to talk about farts. He's talking a lot about farts lately, which is odd, but I think that's standard when you get to that age, right, Vin?
Well, he goes to Taco Bell a lot, so it's all good.
No. All right, 24 past the hour. Let's do some sports. We'll do some more when we get back. Slick's got it. What's going on, Slick?
All right, update on the All-Star Game. Big D in Citizens Bank Park, Philadelphia. The American League's 3-run first inning has stood up so far. It is now the bottom of the third with 1 out. Make that 2 outs. American League in command. And Bill Belichick's daughter-in-law faces arrest order in North Carolina after skipping court appearance, the report says. God, boy, it gets better and better for their good old Bill. Ryan Gatos of Fox News. A North Carolina judge reportedly issued an order of the arrest of Bill Belichick's daughter-in-law on Monday after she allegedly failed to show up in court over a speeding violation. Jen Belichick, the wife of North Carolina Tar Heels football defensive coordinator Steve Belichick, was stopped by the North Carolina State Highway Patrol on May 21st for allegedly driving 88 miles an hour in 70-mile-an-hour Brunswick County. The California Post reported, citing court records. She was cited for misdemeanor speeding and was due to appear in court Friday. Belichick didn't show up to court, which led to an order for her arrest. A court official told the California Post that she has 3 options now. She can file a motion to recall the order, hire an attorney to defend her in the case, or turn herself into authorities. 4th thing is she could talk her father-in-law into going back into coaching an NFL team. That's another story. And that's a wrap in sports. Big D, back to you.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Tuesday night. More to do. We'll do it when we get back right after this.
Chats, Rick.
Chat, live in the chat. What? Oh, that's tomorrow. Let's see what's happening. Haven't heard back from Bob yet. I'm waiting. As soon as I get that name, I'm on it.
All right, thanks.
Well, what did Aaron say before?
Mad River American.
Molly Platt agrees with the whole Carvel thing, thinking he will just say whatever he can, double speak, because he hates Trump more than having his party get fixed.
R.D. Bull, C. Holly, Sergeant Arby.
How you doing?
Ellen Burkowski, 1967.
Ellen Burkowski? Wow.
Boring Rambler, I should say. Hassenpfeffer, Sparky Glenn. FC Hey Nay, Grognard, Snotty Scotty.
Minneapolis Chick is in the YouTube. She said she's been in northern Wisconsin. I guess they call it Wisconsin the past week, and have missed the boys and y'all. So glad KDGA is on tonight. She loves him. Minneapolis Chick.
Ooh.
Yes.
Thank you.
She's a good follower in the chat.
Rita Brogel.
Susie
Motor
Bennett.
on.
Susie Bennett says, Slick, can you give a shout out to my parents, Roger and Beth Shirley? They are in their 80s and watch every night. Susie Bennett's a good good chatter too in the YouTube. And yes, absolutely, Beth and Roger Shirley. Thanks for watching. Nice. $10 super chat, Tinker Bruiser, $10, a.k.a. Big Frankie C here. KDJ, did you show Delgado your new toy?
No, Frankie made me a Batmobile.
He did?
It lights up. The fire comes out the back. It's electric. It's not a real fire. And it plays the Batman theme.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You hear Robin start talking, and then it goes in. Nah, 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 nah. It's great.
And then they throw him out of the car.
Lyrically, it's a very strong song. That song.
It is.
Yeah.
Ben, can you get that on the piano when we go?
Yeah, can you play that on the piano next time?
You probably can.
I'll need the lyrics on a teleprompter or something, but I think I can play it on the piano. Sure. Damon's been asking me to play for a while, so
yeah,
I might bring a keyboard into the studio.
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a keyboard tie.
One of the Sears Casio model, $99.99.
A nice keyboard tie. You can play that.
All right, 30 minutes past the hour live from Studio 6B. Slick's going to do some more sports. Delgado's got some more headlines. Kevin Downey Jr.'s got some more news. So does Vinnie Mac down in West Palm Beach. But right now, please welcome back to the show Nicholas Holscher. He is the epidemiologist and administrator over at the McCullough Foundation. Nicholas, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure to have you on. And I know recently the Wellness Company released a really first of its kind study regarding the use of your pre-prescribed medications in your emergency medical kits. The findings, actually, I think might surprise some viewers. And that, well, first off, let me ask you about this. Is it true that the overwhelming percentage of people who had used the kits reported they were happy with outcomes, I guess, if they had to actually use the medications?
Yeah, 95% of those who had to use the medications in the kit did report a positive outcome, but particularly 86% of them were able to avoid the hospital or urgent care, as well as 82% of them, if they got sick and they used something in the kit, they got better within 3 days.
And that's kind of the point, right? It's always to have these on hand. If you're traveling, I know there's different names of these, travel kit, this kit, but it's in the essence of all of them is to be prepared, have it on hand, and don't get caught. We're in a situation where it's like, geez, I wish I had it and, I need it, or, where I need it and don't have it. It's one of those deals, isn't it?
Exactly. Nobody trusts hospitals anymore. They don't want to go there since COVID with the ventilators and remdesivir and that entire debacle. And so people would like to get better at home. And the earlier you treat an illness, the better the outcome will be.
Yeah. And you just said, I think one of the more important things probably that came out of this study is that people who used it were able to avoid urgent care, or worse, stay out of the emergency room.
Yeah, and it's very remarkable. We were not expecting such a high percentage of those who use it to be able to avoid it, but that's what we found in this real-world study. And so that what that means is in the real world of people, how they actually use these kits, that high percentage, the majority of the people were able to avoid going to their urgent care or the hospital to get these medications.
So there's a story going around now, and we've kind of been half joking about it on the show, about eating at Taco Bell, about this lettuce, I guess, that's been bad, that's caused real stomach problems for people around the country. Now, is there anything in any of these kits that would be effective in some situation like that, where, you know, let's say you ate some of this lettuce and then the next day you're on a plane to some island somewhere and you don't realize it, and it's like, okay, what are you going to do now other than spend the vacation in the bathroom?
Yeah, the emergency medical kit contains generic Bactrim, and Bactrim is the mainstay primary treatment for cyclospora parasitic infections. There's a human trial, reduced parasite shedding time from 14 days down to 4 days. So we know it works. But there's one more thing that's important. A recent study found that curcumin, the main bioactive pigment in turmeric, was able to effectively terminate cyclospora parasites. They infected rats with cyclospora, and it reduced the parasite shedding by 93%. And then they even tested nanocurcumin. It reduced the parasite shedding by 97%, and there was no detectable parasites under the microscope. It appeared to have effectively eliminated them.
We're speaking with Nicholas Holscher. He's the epidemiologist and administrator over at the McConnell Foundation. So for people who are maybe going to get traveling or just want to have something on hand, is there a specific kit you recommend, or is there one that, let's say, is good for the majority of people? Obviously, you have the travel kit if you're traveling. That's pretty self-explanatory. But past that, is there one that you recommend over all the others?
Yeah, I'd recommend overall the blue one, the light blue one. It's just called the emergency medication kit. And so with that one, you'll get all of these bases covered, particularly the generic Bactrim during this parasitic outbreak.
All right. You can go, of course, to twc.health/voice, twc.health/voice. Use promo code VOICE to save 10% off your order. Nicholas Holscher from the McConnell Foundation. Always appreciate a few moments.
Thank you.
All right, live from Studio 6B. And again, you can go to twc.health/voice today and order. All right, let's do...
How amazing is that, by the way? Quick comment on that. How amazing is that we have a preventative health company out there, you know, giving us products so we don't have to go to the doctors or hospital? I mean, think about that. That's a huge dynamic change in healthcare. I give these guys a ton of credit. Well done. Great company, too.
All right, very good. Let's finish up sports. I didn't give Slick a ton of time there. Slick, what else is going on in sports?
All right, Big D, bottom of the fourth, still 3-0 American League leading the National League. And just one more gentleman who's not playing tonight but should be in the All-Star game, of course, is unique Ohtani rookie card that sells privately for a record $3.365 million for a baseball card. You believe this? This is Dan Hayducky of ESPN. Shohei Ohtani's 2018 Bowman Chrome Superfractor batting variation has sold via Fanatics Collect's private sales network for $3.365 million. That's the third most amount ever paid for a modern baseball card, the most being Aaron Judge's $5.2 million one-of-one signed 2013 Bowman Chrome Craft Superfractor, and a new record paid for an Ohtani card. The previous high paid for any Ohtani card was the $3 million signed one-of-one number 2025 Topps Chrome card. I mean, this is amazing what they're getting for baseball cards. Incredible. But I guess it's such a unique card, and obviously a generational player in Shohei Ohtani, who unfortunately is not playing tonight. He has an injury. But that's it in Big D. That covers me for it. I got one more coming up. I want to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having to pull down that social media post they used of that grandfather getting drilled by that bison. We showed that video last night. Apparently they used that for their social media to get people ramped up for the football season. And let me tell you, that backfired. So we'll get into that as my last segment.
All right, we'll try to get into that.
Tackle.
36 past the hour. Vinnie Max in West Palm Beach. Vin, what else is on your news radar tonight?
I got a couple of quick things and one story, but I don't know if you read about the FTC is cracking down on companies that claim products are made in America. I bring this up because I've got a lot of experience in the wellness business, particularly in some of the more current wellness products that are coming out with peptides and stem cell therapies and exosomes. And many of these are coming from China, and American companies are just sort of doing finishing to the product in the U.S. and saying it's made in the USA. The FTC is doing us all a big favor right now because that's rampant across all drugs and a lot of other products in basically trying to clean that up. So it's better for us and better for our health. And one other thing caught my eye today on Will Cain. I think, Aaron, we have this on Cut 12. Let's run that first and then we'll talk about it.
You are the highest ranking gay public policy office holder, I believe, in the history of America. I'm just curious what that says about you and the Trump administration.
Well, it's what it says about President Trump. President Trump created the cabinet, not because who you go home to at night, not because of the color of your skin, not because of some background, created it based on merit.
Yeah, I thought this was super interesting. I saw this clip and I saw Will talking to him. And I remember all my liberal friends going crazy about Pete Buttigieg. You know, he was gay and he's in the cabinet and that was a great thing. He had no experience, nothing, not one credential that made him worthy of being transportation secretary. Not one, had zero. They placed him in that position because he was gay. And there's a clear difference between the left and the right. And what Scott Bessent said is spot on. Trump, this wasn't even a topic of conversation, gay, straight, whatever. It wasn't, they're not marketing it. They're not talking about it. It has nothing to do with it. They just picked the best candidate to be in that position. But all the left thinks about is that, you know, we got to put a gay person in this. We got to get a black vice president. We need to do this. We need to do that. And I just thought it was quite interesting because
you don't hear the left. You don't hear the left extolling the virtues of Scott Bessent as that. They never talk about him. They still hate him.
Yeah, they still hate him. He fits their narrative in many ways because he's a gay person that's serving in the cabinet, a very, very high position. But Scott said it well, and I love this guy, though. And it's just everything he says and does. He's so smart. He hits them right where the truth always matters, and he's very much on point. I think he's very good at his job on top of it. And the fact that he's gay has nothing to do with it. And it's just a clear indication of just how far off track the Democratic Party is with our country, even at the highest levels, in picking people in cabinets or vice presidential candidates. And here is Scott just saying, well, kudos to Trump. And you know what? Kudos to Trump. We can praise Scott all we want. Trump picked him. And he picked him because he was qualified, not because he was gay. And who cares?
But it's not that
that's what we all think.
It's not that they're off track, Vin, picking people. It's that they're devious liars. They act like they're for the working man. They act like they're for, LGBTQ. You know, they talk about how we're the only party that does this. And then here's Trump putting Scott Bessent in this place. And of course, they still hate him. They don't talk about it. They don't, all of a sudden, they're not like, oh, yeah, well, look what Trump did, a good thing. He put this guy who was openly gay in this very high position. No, they don't talk about it. But if it was the other way around and you say, well, Pete Buttigieg has you don't like him because he's gay. Because they're a bunch of liars,
so
phonies, empty suit, gold-plated phonies who don't care really down deep about any of this. All they care about is themselves winning power. They don't care in the end about working families, about the middle class, about gays, straights, or anybody else. All they care about is themselves winning, controlling power. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I remember they were going after Trump with misogynistic stuff and women and there's no women. And he's got more women he's surrounded with in powerful positions than just about any other president. And he didn't pick them just because they're women. So they're you're right. They're just deranged. They're hateful. And I thought it was worth pointing out because no one says it better than Scott, in that clip. So there you go.
You sound like you got a little man crush going on there, Vin.
All right,
I like him, man. I like him.
41 past the hour. Delgado, what else is on your news?
All right, David. I don't know if you saw this, but Mexico is going crazy now. They're going to be sending lawyers, believe it or not, to this country, they think, to block ICE deportations. Oh. Yes, you heard it right. Mexican's own Jewish president, Claudia Sheinbaum, says the situation appears not to be acceptable to anyone. This is an issue for all Mexicans. I think this is how she sounds. Portraying the illegal intervention as a nationalist cause for all Mexicans. The Mexican government is asking the United Nations to investigate us. Oh, well, that's really got us worried. To investigate the U.S. deportation operations following recent death of 17 Mexicans during the deportation process. Mexico's intervention in the U.S. immigration system comes after decades in which their own Mexican people have killed hundreds of thousands of hundreds of Americans via drug trafficking, drunk driving, murder, and other crimes. But they're upset because they don't want their criminals back. And President Sheinbaum, the Mexican president, she's going to do something about it by filing criminal complaints with state prosecutors in the United States over these deaths at the hands of U.S. immigrations and naturalization. So there you have it. Mexico thinking they're going to sue us for their own people dying.
For real.
All right, we'll wrap it up for a Tuesday night when we get back right after this.
That's a wrap.
Better.
Thank you. It's a classic.
Exactly. Chat, live in the chat one last time. Oh my goodness. Bob Hoke, if you're out there on the Facebook, I got your message regarding the donuts.
And the YouTube, Bill Moore says, eating at Taco Bell is a drop in the bucket, literally.
Oh, jeez.
You got Honey K, you got Santa Fe Mockingjay, Keenan Wright, BCW Alpha 4 White Impregnation, Honey K, let's say that one word, C. Jules, Nancy Burns, Phil Coe, Dave Syverson.
Oh, Matt Miller's asking, where's the Friday get-together after-show party in the YouTube?
Kit Kat. Jolene Moore.
Cypher Room.
College Grad Valia. Philco. And you got the people in the Getter chat that can't hear us right now because they're playing commercials.
I'll interpret for them.
Ray Charles is at.
Did you get the name of the donuts yet?
No, I'm waiting.
Damn.
Charles.
Who?
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles, where?
Showing him, I guess they're playing a video.
I thought he died.
He did.
Okay.
They're playing a video.
I think this donut place is in Sarasota where
No,
I'll
it's
be.
not. Stop. There's no good donuts in
You
Sarasota.
sure?
That's like saying you got good bagels and pizza in Florida, too. Stop.
No, they got the whole Amish area there where they bake them.
It doesn't exist.
Well, I saw in the message that it's on Ringling Boulevard. That's in Sarasota.
No,
and the Amish are right there.
You don't know what you're talking. Stop.
You want me to pick some up for you?
No.
You sure?
Play something on your piano, Ty.
First encounter me, second encounter you. I got a whole lineup of songs.
Gramps to you, sir, says, wake up, Damon.
Sergeant Arby's on his way home tomorrow.
Wake up, Damon.
Back
Charles
to the
Livington
U.S.
says, thank God, Damon. Thank God for Damon.
Beach Bum 61. In the Rumble Rant.
Connie Pickett says, Damon looks like he is asleep. You're not sleeping, are you? I get that, too.
I get that too.
He's always sleeping.
The world is full of fables, from Big Pharma's lies to gender confusion, atheism, and the fake news media. Enough is enough. From Real America's Music comes the powerful new single, Fables by DVS 7.0 and Red Rayo. This bold anthem exposes the lies of the enemy while pointing people to the life-changing truth of Jesus Christ. Download Fables right now by scanning the QR code on your screen or search Fables on iTunes. Let's make this song #1.
All right, 12 minutes to the hour, live from Studio 6B. Well, you saw it right there. Fables carries a strong message centered around faith, biblical truth, and standing firm against deception. Please welcome to the show DVS 7.0. DVS, welcome to the show. How are you?
What's up, brother?
What's going on? Well,
Good to
first of all,
see you.
I got to tell me a little bit about the name DVS 7.0. Is there some? It's got to be some meaning behind that. I'm sure that you didn't just say, "Well, just call me this." So tell me a little bit about the name.
So it's actually stands for driven via spirit to completion. So the number 7 is the number of completion. So driven via spirit to completion.
Ah, beautiful.
So which also means I'm not actually 7.0 yet. I'm on my way to it.
Okay. I knew there had to be something. Very good.
Well,
tell us about Fables.
Yeah, so it's a release I put together with Brett Rayo and conceived by Brett Rayo and myself and Clay Clark. It stems from the Bible verse in 2 Timothy chapter 4. It's about it says there's coming a time when people will not put up with sound doctrine, but instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather for themselves teachers to teach them what their itching ears want to hear, and they will turn away from truth and unto fables. Paraphrasing. So basically, it's about what's been happening in the past, decade even and more, but even more, loudly in the past decade, like the transgender ideology, and that you could be this or you could be that, or the Fauci, with the vaccine, and you have to take it. And so they gather these fake scientists to tell us that it's 100% effective. They gather for themselves these scientists to say that being several different genders is science, and it's so beautiful how the Bible is always right and so perfectly worded, and how we could see it in real life today after thousands of years since it was written. So that's pretty much what it's about. And I think it's big during a time like this where, music that means something is very important. I think, people are getting tired of the nonsense music that has no meaning. I think there's been a lot of hits towards it. And even recently, we saw a report where it's the first time in, I think, 40 years or something that a hip hop song has not hit the top 40 on the billboards. And that's because it's all nonsense. They're not saying anything. It's just a bunch of words put together in a nice sounding way, and nothing's coming out of it.
Yeah. This song, seemingly, and we've covered a lot of the songs that Real America's Music has put out. This one seems like it's stylistically a little different than some of where they've kind of lived so far. So talk to me about the thought behind this one being the one that you guys wanted to put out.
Yeah, I think it was just the right time, man. And it's a great song. It's kind of, works its way into what they've been putting out already. A lot of great songs, Celeste Kellogg, Steve Gruber, and all these other guys. They've been putting out really great songs, and it's just kind of working its way to a new theme. And it's, a little bit poppy, a little bit rap, and very meaningful, Christian, and it's secular too. I mean, it's just the truth. I think the world can hear it, no matter what type of music you like, whether you're Christian or not. It just happens to be that it's a Christian message, and we could all kind of get something out of it.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to. First of all, you can download the song right now. Scan the QR code there. Download the song from iTunes or wherever you listen to music. I suspect 99% of you, it's iTunes. So scan the QR code right there to download Real America's Music latest release. Of course, Fables, DVS 7.0. Now, I don't want to bring up a sore subject here, but I did see your very good, very fine music video that you filmed over at the America's First Warehouse, partly. And I noticed on the desk there's a specific show that's on the front of that desk. Are we expecting a royalty check here from you anytime in the future, or how's that going to work exactly?
Yep. Yes, and the guys at the warehouse, they're such good friends. Joe the Box is the man. I love that guy like crazy. He's got the most fantastic patriotic energy. He's one of my favorite patriots on the planet. I think he's got an amazing thing going. The warehouse is absolutely beautiful, and it just he's got a lot of heart, man. I love that guy, and I love his place. He's lent it to me for a lot of great work, and we got to say what's up to the warehouse, man. America First Warehouse. We love you guys.
Well, if you haven't seen the video, check it out, and as you'll see, the desk that DVS is sitting at, the Live from Studio 6B sign is right there in the front. So I got a kind of a chuckle out of that. It looks great. So, well, listen, great luck with the song. Thanks for giving us a few moments. Again, you can scan the QR code right there to download Real America's Music latest release. Of course, Fables from DVS 7.0 has been nice enough to join us for a few moments tonight. Really appreciate your time. Best of luck with it.
Thanks a lot, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, very good. DVS 7.0. Go check it out. Go download the song now. Just another great song from Real America's Music. Let's quickly try to get to everybody here. Quickly. Kevin Downey Jr., anything left on your news radar tonight?
Yeah, let's do this one. Some transmabob who left the country because Orange Man bad and oppression and all that stuff moved to the Netherlands. Now he's in a shelter with a bunch of military-age jihadi daddies. And there's so many stabbings there. Well, little Miss Bupkis here thinks maybe I made a mistake in moving here, trying to move into the Netherlands, because he's the only American transmabob in this shelter and fears for his life every night, and is thinking about heading back home. But, Trump and whatnot. Do we have I don't think we have time for the interview. We don't have time. All right.
So, very good. Vin, anything left on your news radar quickly?
That's VMAC 3.5. Just want you to know I'm changing my name after that whole thing. VMAC 3.5. Yeah, Pete Hegseth announced today a joint task force with the DOJ to prosecute leaks to journalists coming through the Pentagon. Sensitive information getting out. They are going to go after these folks now and prosecute them. Thank goodness that's happening. It's gone on for far too long.
We need to talk about what's going to happen with Jack Smith, who clearly lied to Congress in a 1001 violation. We'll talk about more of that tomorrow night, maybe. Slick, what's left in sports?
Yeah, American League pitchers throwing a one-hitter through 4 innings, so a really good game there. Pitchers duel. Top of the 5th, AL continues to lead 3-0 after a big first.
All right. Delgado, take us home. What's left from you?
All right. Well, I don't know if you saw that. I don't think we'll have time for any of these clips, but medical schools in San Francisco, California, as a matter of fact, are coming up empty when being asked point blank if they think men can have babies, believe it or not, being questioned on the Hill today from Representative Mary Miller out of Illinois, questioning 2 medical leaders in a tense hearing. Dr. Hawgood, that's his name, said that he uses the word pregnant people because who are people who are pregnant compared to pregnant women, and he believes that that's actually a good thing and a good medical thing to do. So we'll have those clips tomorrow. You got to see the insanity for yourself. In the meantime, RD 1.0 out.
All right, as always, we salute our military, active and active police, firefighters, first responders, EMTs, everybody on the front lines protecting us. Thanks, guys, on the show. Aaron, Fran, Marissa, great job as always. Most of all, thank you. Live from Studio 6B audience, Kevin Downey Jr. is back tomorrow night for a Wednesday. Live from Studio 6B. We'll see you then.
reason why you're having trouble losing weight could be a liver clogged with fat. Almacet is a scientifically proven food supplement that uses natural amino acids to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism, so it's easier to lose weight.
Almacet helps you have younger-looking skin and hair with amino acids your body needs to build collagen naturally.
I feel better, my skin's healthier, my hair's better.
I went from 260 pounds to 175. I wasn't hungry. It made me feel full. There was no side effects.
Almacet naturally reduces the hunger hormone, so you feel full and eat less. Go to almacet.com now to get started for just $39.99. That's $4 a meal.
It was Almacet, not the fat shots? Mind blown.
Almacet is not a substitute for prescription medicines and is not intended to treat any condition associated with GLP-1 therapy. See scientific studies supporting our claims